Anyị wee na-abịa hụ n'anya gị na ebere gị ma mma gị. Ụmụ iko gị na-abụ ụmụ na n'ụwa niile bụ ndị kụrụ n'ụbọchị nketa ka ha wee jaa gị mma n'ụzọ pụrụ iche. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro, agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ọchịchịrị. Ụwa niile na-efe gị ofufe onye na Chineke nna. Maka ha niile si na-ede m ezi ebube, naghị eri mmiri n'ebe gị mmadụ. Ọ bụ na anụ otuto ka ị na-eri ezi ebube dị ngọzi. Lekwa ka isi wee chebe ọbụla n'ufe nke igwe nke na-enweghị ọkụ nke ọ na-aga mana ọ bụ naanị gị na-enye ya nri n'ihi ịgosipụta na onwe ihe ọbụla karịrị gị Chineke nna. Ịza maka anyị na-aja ya jee kelee n'otuto na nsọpụrụ na mbuli elu ka anyị yi gaa n'iru gị n'ụbọchị nketa. Anyị wee na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ma ọ bụghị naanị gị. Ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwere ike na-asụ n'olu n'olu nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Abịa na okwukwe na okpukperechi nna nke ebere. Enweghị ihe eji eji, onweghị ihe ọ bụla mmadụ dị ndụ pụrụ isi na ọ bụ ihe dị etu a ka eji amatụ wetinye gị. Ịdị omimi wee karịa nghọta nke mmadụ dị ndụ. Ọ bụ na-anaghị ibu iyi. Elu ugwu bụ nke gị, ndịda bụ nke gị, aka nri bụ nke gị, aka ekpe bụ nke gị, ọwụwa anyanwụ bụ nke gị, ọdịda ya bụ nke gị. Oke osimiri na-erubere gị isi. Oke ofufe na-anaghị ntị n'olu. Ọ bụzi gịnị ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ? Ọ bụ ya mere ihe niile nke anyị na-eme nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Echiche anyị niile, ntụkwasị obi anyị niile, ebumnobi anyị niile, nzọpụta anyị niile, ebere niile bụ n'aka nke ọ na-ezi nna. N'ihi na ike niile nọ n'ọgbara aka. N'ihi na ete n'ụbọchị nkata wee kwuo ihe gbasara mmeso ọma ga-esi ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị agaghị ịpụpụcha ha niile tupu anyị wee na-aba n'ala. Ọ bụ ka ebere gị si wee dị. Ọ bụ ka ịhụnanya gị si wee dị. Ọ bụ ka ịma mma gị si wee dị n'ime ndụ ndị gị niile ezi ebube dị ngọzi wee na-eto gị wee na-aja gị mma na-agọzi aha nsọ gị na-asị na onweghị ihe ọ bụla mmadụ dị ndụ pụrụ ime. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke bụ onye na-achị. Chi bụ eze. Ihe anyị na-abụ nwa anyị wee na-arịọ gị n'ụbọchị nketa ka ụmụ anyị ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị na-ekpere gị ekpere wee na-aja gị mma wee na-ebuli aha nsọ gị elu wee na-arịọ gị nzọpụta gị amara gị n'ọmụ iko gị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na ka iwebatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka wee zọpụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe ka isi wee zọpụta abụrụ gị bụ Izrel n'aka ndị iro n'obodo Ekwensu bụ Ijipt. Ị ga-etinye ndị iro Biafra niile n'ụzọ ihere ka ha bụ ndị kụli ka ha wee buso ụmụ ha agha nna nke ebere. Akasị ha ga-aba ha n'ụkọsibe ha ahụ ọnụ, ha ga-eburite ụmụ ha nna nke ebere. Oke mma agha nke ha onwe ha wepụtara ka ha wee na ụmụ gị n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi, ha ga-eji nke dị etu a wee na onwe ha n'iyi. N'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke na onye bụ ọka aka anyị na-akpụkwa aha nsọ ihe na nke anyị na-emewu site n'ihi nna nke ebere. Anyị enweghị ikike agba anụ ahụ ka anyị bụ anụkwa ahụ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Onweghị ihe anyị bụ n'ebe ị nọ. Ọ bụ naanị ka anyị na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nke onwe bụ onye anyị na-agọzi mgbe niile. Ọ bụ naanị bụ Chineke nna ezi ebube dị ngọzi ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-arịọ gị nsị gị nna nke ebere bịa ka ị wee nara aja ekpere otuto aja ịja mma nke anyị na-ebute n'iru gị n'ụbọchị nketa n'ụwa niile ka o wee metụta gị n'obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Ya metụ gị n'obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị Chineke ka ị wee si na ekworo na mkpagbu nke ndị iro wee weziga ndị gị. Ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpete mazụ ime ga-adịrị sọsọ aha nsọ gị onye kere n'igwe ma kelee ụwa Chukwu okike abịa ma elohi mmadụ na ya ochada ugbe ma ọrụ mgbe ihe bụ nke anyị na-arịọ gị ise. We have now commenced, I prayed in the language of heaven, the eldest language on the face of this very earth. In fact, I call it the language of the angels. They are offering praise and worship to the Almighty in heaven. They are doing so in Igbo language. And as we have done it on this very earth, so also shall his kingdom come upon the land of Biafra. That his name
is a praise.
He's a prince. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. We are the people, a great nation. We are the people, we love our unity. We are the best all over the world now. We are the champion all over the places. We want no war, only we need freedom. We keep moving, no going back. Let's join our hands together and prove it all. Biafra is the land of promise. Yeah. Wave your flag, wave here to quarrel anyone. We have come to collect what belongs to us. All we need is our freedom, and no one can stop us. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. We are the people, we love our unity. We are the people, with great nation. All we want is our freedom. No one can stop us. Let's keep on playing for freedom. We are the best, all over the places. Biafra the promised land. Wave the flag, wave the flag, wave the flag. Let me see you now. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. I want Biafra flag on. God bless you, Mazen Africano. God bless you, Benjamin Maduku. God bless you, Tukandi. God bless the mother and girl. God bless all the Biafra people. That mean the funny people already know.
Good evening, great Biafrans and wonderful people. I welcome you this evening. It is late night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. Permit me to welcome you if you are just joining in right now. And of course, I would like you to share our broadcast far and near. And of course, invite other people to join us this evening. Of course, what we do here in late night is to propagate this gospel according to the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. And this night will not be an exception, I tell you that. So we will, of course, this night be preaching that good news here on Biafra Radio, where we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Therefore, of course, we have prayed, as you have heard the voice of our leader, Mazen Namdekano, of course, leading us in a wonderful and powerful prayer for that matter. All right, I welcome you once again. It is Biafra Radio. My name is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. I hear from Omowa, and for those of you who don't know where Omowa is in Biafra, and of course in Olo province of Biafra land for that matter. So this night we will be doing the needful, and I will be having one of our own all the way from the United States of America who will be joining me shortly, of course, to assist me in analyzing news and information this evening. It is Biafra Radio. We are live, we are direct. Of course, the time here is 10:10 p.m. in the evening. In case if you're listening from Biafra land, it should be 10 minutes past the top of the hour, 9 p.m. in the evening. It doesn't matter wherever you are listening from. It doesn't matter wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice. If your time is saying 10 minutes past the top of the hour, it means you are listening to me live and direct this evening. All right, without wasting time, because our time is not friendly. I think what I need to do is to bring up our brother and comrade Mazi Ichie Ezioku and see if he is available to join me. And of course, when I bring him in, I will then go into news and analysis. And once I am done with news and analysis, then I will get him in to get his take and of course help in analyzing the same. So let me call Mazi Ezioku and of course see if I can get hold of him. Very, very important. And I would like him to greet Biafra. Then I will commence with the news, because what we do here on Late Night is news analysis and information. Let me see if he can hear me. Mazi, good evening from here. Can you hear me?
Mazi, good evening. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, and then watching again. This is Mazi Ichie Ezioku. Mazi Workers is Late Night with Barrister Ikechukwu. Onuoha, I would like you to greet Biafrans. And when you are done doing that, and of course, I will go in analyzing the same. Please go ahead, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. Actually, Barrister.
Anyone will do. It's not a problem.
It is not easy, because we've got a lot of names that were being called, and Onyendu initially when they called us miscreants, Onyendu said he's number one miscreant.
Absolutely.
And I remember one time that they asked me, some of our members asked me that question. They said I'm a miscreant. I said yes, that I'm number two. That actually Onyendu is number one, so I'm number two.
I think I am number two. Maybe you're number three, I guess. I think you're number three.
No. We will struggle that one, But I greet all Biafrans, those sleeping, those awake, those still enjoying themselves in this Christmas. Merry Christmas, and the prosperous New Year to come. And I really thank you for having.
Thank you very much.
I say thank you so much, and God bless.
All right, thank you very much. And of course, you have heard it. That was the voice of our brother Mazi Ichie Ezioku, and of course, all the way from the United States of America, joining us this evening. And this is Late Night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. We call it Late Night because this is the right time to speak to Biafrans all around the world. Nobody is on the road. Even if there is anybody on the road, it should be few of them, but majority are already at home and will be listening to Biafra Radio as we bring them news, information, and analysis. So what I will do now is I will go into news and analysis, and of course I will get Mazi Ezioku once again to come up and help me in analyzing those news. So we have this one that says that we must collaborate to ensure peace, stability. Tinubu tells governors we must collaborate to ensure peace, stability. Tinubu tells governor. All right, let's see why Tinubu is saying this. President Bola Tinubu has said the federal, and I'll tell you why I am actually bringing up this news. Oh, just hold your gut and you will understand where I am going with this. President Bola Tinubu has said the federal and subnational government have the mutual responsibility of ensuring the country's peace and stability. Speaking during a meeting with the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, at his residence in Lagos on Tuesday, the president reiterated his condemnation of the latest killing in Plateau State. All right, I will pause here and I will bring Mazi Ezioku back again. Mazi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother.
All right, Mazi, President Tinubu says that they must collaborate to bring peace and stability. Now, let's take Southeast, for instance. Do you think there can be peace in the Southeast while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still incarcerated? Please, can I get your thoughts on that?
Mazi, it's a laughable matter. It's very, very laughable. Why I say it's very laughable, these people know what to do. If they want peace, they know what to do. Let them release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people are angry. Basically, it's not even IPOB that is doing whatever that is happening in the East. Boys are angry. They are doing whatever they can to get their leader out. The only person they know now is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if you're suppressing someone, and at the end of the day you want peace, come on now. You that is suppressing someone is the one that is even taking loads of army officers to go kill people for no good reason. Putting army officers on the streets to disturb, and even police officers to disturb innocent citizens that are walking on the streets. How do you expect that to be? How do you expect to have peace? Of course, it's not going to be peaceful. You have to start from, first of all, you have to start by doing the right thing. And the right thing is releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think they don't know what they are doing? They know what they are doing.
Absolutely.
Peace, 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 peace. They keep on shouting this peace as if this peace is going to fall from heaven. Why they know what they are going to do and they don't still want to do that thing and they are shouting peace? Come on now. Are we that dumb? Are we that stupid? We know that most of these politicians are the people that is even holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from coming out because of their own selfish interest. They don't even have the interest of their own people at heart. So if they are shouting peace, don't they know what to do? Let them not deceive themselves anymore. We've been deceived a lot. And one Nigeria cannot be, we cannot continue to pour or die on the altar of one Nigeria. Our blood will be spilled on the altar of one Nigeria. Does it really make sense? It doesn't really make sense. So I raise my case on this particular one because they know what to do. They know what to do. Let them not deceive themselves anymore. Politicians are the problem that we're facing. They are the problems. So if they know what they know the right thing to do, and let them do it. Let them release our leader, and within 1 day there will be peace. There will be peace. If they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, there will be peace the next day. They know better now. They know. So Mazi, let me leave that topic because they know what to do.
All right.
It's just as if we're just deceiving ourselves.
All right. Mazi, on the same topic, on the same subject, there was a case that was told to us, in the Bible when they talk about King Solomon, when he judged a matter between two women, the other one, I think it was, there's a one that's, I don't know if I'm on the right track, but there was a story whereby, this woman, there was famine in the country, and the other one was saying, okay, bring your child. Was bringing her old child, they kill, they eat. When it was the turn of the other woman to bring her child, she refused. Now, that takes me back to Sunday Goho, who is a Yoruba man. Of course, Tinubu and the rest, the Yoruba elders, they did everything possible to ensure that Iwoho was released. And now, the same Tinubu is holding, because I would like to say Tinubu is not the court or DSS. The same Tinubu, by the virtue of him being the commander-in-chief, is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu captive, and he's asking us for peace. I mean, how, like you said, how stupid do they think we are? And where on earth is that peace going to come from? And then I don't understand how the so-called, leaders and the governors reason or the way they think, knowing that it is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not alone in this whole, peace struggle thing or freedom struggle thing that was incarcerated. Iwoho was incarcerated. Where is Iwoho today? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held. Please, I want to get your take on this, and then, of course, I will ask you another question with regards to the issue of sit at home. Please go ahead, Mazi.
How is happening really baffles me, especially when you know that someone like Tinubu had problems with Abacha when Abacha was in office. And at the end of the day, he called himself a Democrat. And if he's a Democrat, he knows the right thing to do. And he was against people being incarcerated incarcerated for no good reason. And now you. It's just like when he was shouting then, he was asking that they wanted true federalism. Now he has gotten in there. There's no true federalism. He has gotten in there and nothing is being done. And he's still holding our leader. And he knows better. He knows better. And he knows better. And he knows very, very much better. So you see, it's just back to that thing I'm saying. They are basically deceiving themselves and telling us cock and bull story. It's just like Boko Haram is in the north, destroying north. They are packing all the whole military. They are bringing them in the east to come and even the aircraft to come and bomb the east. How does that justify what Boko Haram is doing and what some people, not even IPO, not even ESN, are doing? You know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. There is no. Did you see anybody that they are bombing their house or getting into a whole village and slaughtering a whole village? It doesn't happen here, but they are in the north. It's terrible, even to the level of what they are doing to the people of the middle
Gaza.
west or midwest or you know, it's crazy. What is happening in TV land and Taraba, all these places? It is horrible. The way people are being murdered over there, and you still see these guys coming over here to come and fight over nothing. Coming over to the east to come and fight over nothing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense. And I don't see how they can justify what they are doing. If not that our so-called politicians and our so-called elders are allowing it to happen. If they are stood their ground, look at the way people was released from prison. Obasanjo went, Wole Soyinka went there. In fact, let me tell you something.
Go ahead,
because,
please.
You know, we have meetings sometimes. We have meetings with these Oduduwa Republic leaders. And one day we were talking, and I said to one of their leader, and I said to him, I know that that Wole Soyinka and the rest of them are supporting you guys indirectly. He didn't say anything. He kept quiet. I asked him again. He just smiled and shoved it in, shoved it off one side. I laughed. I said, you see what is going on? And this is the same. These people are protecting the interests of their own people. Why these people are bringing the military over for our people to be murdered for no good reason? And they forget to understand the fact that if the youths are the ones that put you in office, nobody will threaten your power. That's one thing they forget. And when you used to tell them this. So it's unfortunate what is going on. The Yorubas are doing their own. Even go to Osun State, where Miniku, at that time, was their governor. They used their national anthem, not Nigerian national anthem. It was all over the place. What did they do to them? Did they kill any of them? Anytime they demonstrate on the street, do you see any of them being shot at? None of them will be killed. In fact, they will if they arrest any of them, all of them will sit there, and at the end of the day, they will be released. They will be released. But our own, because we have no value in Nigeria. Just kill us, and still you don't want to let us go. My brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Mazi, let's talk about this. You know, some time ago, not long ago, our leader issued a letter, you know, from detention and told, people to sit at home. Now, when you look at it, our leader has displayed indeed that he wants peace to return, you know, in the southeast. But yet, there is no returns gesture from the zoo called Nigeria. You know, now I don't know if we will look at this as a weakness from our side, because our leader has done everything to prove to the zoo called Nigeria that he's not for war in the southeast, that he is not for any kind of, you know, riots or destruction of public property or what have you in the southeast by writing that letter. Now, one should expect, obviously, Tinubu and the zoo government to reciprocate to that gesture. But unfortunately, nothing is coming forth of it. I don't know what you'd make of it.
Well, if somebody is holding your scrotum, what will you do? Is it not to beg the person to release you? People want a situation whereby sometimes our people don't understand this, because if they destroy the economy of our people, they are happy. But why destroying the economy of our people? They are destroying themselves too, and they don't understand. You know, okay, let's take for instance, Oyindu gave an instruction, and the federal government, after Oyindu has given the instruction, the federal government, what they should have done was to say, this man, he truly wants peace.
Absolutely.
Let us even call him. Let us even call him for dialogue. Let us know what he wants. Obviously, they already know what Oyindu wants. But because, but let us even tell ourselves the truth, because I like telling myself the truth. Then when I tell myself the truth, we will know where to solve our problem. Because we have bad eggs and bad leaders. Ndakazu, Ndaromani, people that wants to take over leadership where they are not supposed to take over leadership. Criminals, liars, and deceivers. That is why sometimes some certain things are not working perfectly well the way it's supposed to work. And I know you understand where I'm going to, but I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
But sometimes I'm like Guafa, because that is me for you, you know. So, like, back to what we're saying, Oyendu has shown that love, has shown that gesture to the leadership of Nigeria. It remains for them to reciprocate, and things will be good in the southeast. It's not even only us now. The eyes of everybody is open. It's not only us that is talking. Some of the Yoruba people are now talking. Some of the Hausa people are now talking. So, it's touching everybody. And so, we are still there.
All right, thank you very much, Mazi. While I go to this news, of course, and I would like to get your input. Now, this is more like responding to what Tinubu have said with regards to peace. And this is coming, you know, from Amobi Oga. He is a representative, member representing Isukwato Monochi Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives. And this is what he has to say, of course. Honorable Amobi Oga has argued that the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a prerequisite to a lasting peace in the South East geopolitical zone. And he went on to say, we can't talk about peace in Southeast without releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Please go ahead, Mazi. Let me get your thoughts on this one.
Yeah,
My brother, it's still that same thing that we're talking about. Without Maz, there won't be any peace. Because you cannot stop a common man on the street from doing what he wants to do. Because he's angry. You cannot hold on to the only leader that we have and think there will be peace. A common man on the street will, will still do what he needs to do. That's what they call a lone ranger. You know, they will still do what they want to because they are angry. People are angry. You cannot be partial to a lot of things. Everything in Nigeria is always partial. Everything in Nigeria is always partial. It's always tilting to is either for the Northerners or the Westerners. Every time. So he's 100% right. If they want peace, release Maz Nnamdi Kanu and let peace return. If they don't want peace, they still have to release him because he did nothing wrong. He went and kidnapped. Maz has never carried gun before. Maz has always advocated for peace. So why would they now go and carry him? For what reason? Because they feel they can carry him because an Igbo man or he's a Biafra. That's the only reason why because every time how someone will do something or Fulani people will do something, look at their governors going to go and meet them to judge with them. They go, they meet them, they sit down comfortably with army people surrounding them. After talking, the bandits will leave and the governors will leave. They will give them our own money, our money. They will still give it to them. They'll give them our money. And they still they will still tell you that they are our brothers. But our own is for us to be killing our own people. Our governors, Opus or the man, they will send, let them go and kill their own brothers. And they fail to understand that they will not be in that seat for the rest of their life. It's only 8 years. They will move on to somewhere else. And they think that if Biafra comes tomorrow and you don't do the right thing, although you can be forgiven, if you start from now to do the right thing. Onyendu said so himself. And you keep putting your people into hardship. Come on, man. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So he's 100% right. Release Onyendu today, peace will reign. Peace will reign. Give Onyendu, then whatever they see, they take. Onyendu has told you cannot hold somebody that God has destined for something. They know all these things. They know all these things. And the country will keep plunging into poverty. And like Oyendu said, Somalia will be better than Nigeria. What is going on now? Look at the currency. My brother, thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mazin Dewo. And of course, if you are joining me right now, it is Biafra Onuoha. And with me on the show this evening is Mazi Chiezioku, all the way from the United States of America, of course, helping me in analyzing news and information as we bring them to you this evening. Biafra Radio, where we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, Moving along, of course, in the same news, the lawmaker who stated this while fielding questions from newsmen yesterday after distributing a truckload of rice to rappers and cash at his Onuaku Turu country home expressed optimism that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would hearken to appeals for political solution to Kano's incarceration. He said National Assembly members from the Southeast were seriously worried about the adverse effect of Kano's continued detention on both the lives and economy of residents of the zone and placed with President Tinubu to intervene. Mazi, this man is, I don't know if he has taken a place of, who was the name of this, our brother from Abia? The one he's no longer Enyin Naya, exactly. Now, just the same thing you said. These people are worried. They know the truth. They know that as long as Mazi Kano is being incarcerated, Southeast has no hope. It's as simple as that, because nobody can control whatever is happening or is going to happen in the Southeast. Trust me when I tell you that. Even Ohaneze, they are also concerned. They're also worried. I mean, on numerous occasions, they have cried out, they have called on Tinubu, but they need to understand one thing. Only Biafrans can save themselves, because the people you are calling upon, they are not even interested to do anything. All right, we must continue. Now, there is something, Mazi, I want to bring to your attention, and I will need you to comment on that. Now, Rep Oga explained that the Southeast Development Commission bill, apparently there is a bill that they are pushing, in the House of Assembly. It is called the Southeast Development Commission bill. When signed into law, would help arrest the causes of agitation and tension in the Southeast. Now, I want to ask you, Mazi, I don't know if these people are dreaming, thinking that a common or a mere bill passed in the House of Assembly can, of course, arrest the causes of agitation and tension in the Southeast. Please, I want to get your take on this. I don't know how these people reason, because we know what should be done, and of course who should be done, who should do it in order to ensure that Southeast flourish once again. I don't know if you've heard about this Southeast Development Commission bill, and if you have, please, what do you think about it?
I did, my brother, but I will take I'll take the line of our leader Dimo Eze Buruburu. We told his line when he went to Bayelsa. I think way back then when they invited him because of what was happening to Saruwiwa. And he went there, he climbed the what's it called, the podium, and he said, "Kukuruku Chiefo, good morning." He told them good morning, and he turned around and walked away. In short, I don't even have anything to say about that one. So what I'm just saying is Kukuruku Chiefo. So this is their money. How is that going to stop what is going on? I don't, like I said, these people are just stupid. They are just playing stupid, but we know what they are doing. It's just mere camouflage, just like that. Let us be doing it, one way or the other, it will fall in place. And they know it will fall in place. They just, for them to let time be going, their tenure will be passing. And that's what they are doing. So, Kukuruku, I say good morning to every one of them. This is when the 20 pounds era, right? That's what they are trying to tell us, because it's not now that this thing was supposed to be implemented way back then, after the Civil War. So it's now that they are implementing it, now that they are bringing it. Good morning.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi. And of course, moving along, Attacks kill at least 160 people in central Nigeria. Military gangs, locally called bandits, launch the well-coordinated attacks. Armed groups have killed at least 160 people in central Nigeria in series of attacks on villages. Local government officials said on Monday. The toll marked a sharp rise from the initial figure reported by the Sunday evening of just 16 dead in region pledged for several years by religious and ethnic tension. Mazi, I need your opinion on this. You see how easily it is for them to twist it, and now they're saying it's religious tension. What kind of religious tension? It's like Nigeria is going backwards to where they came from, the days of massacre by Boko Haram. But now they're finding a way. Initially, they say that it's only 16 people that died, but now we know that it is 160 people that were massacred. And of course, they are trying to say no. That's what they do. They tell the international community, no, these people are not terrorists. They are bandits. What the hell is bandits? Please go ahead, Mazi.
My brother, you know that lying to ourselves in Nigeria is what they use as their bread and butter. Yeah, it's just like their bread and butter. Let us go a little bit, behind. And what were they calling them before? Herdsman and they said is farmers and how did they farmers and hoarders. That was what they were describing it to be. Farmers and hoarders. And that was what CNN was calling it that time. Then we have to tackle CNN. You people are crazy. How can you be calling this? We have to send pictures of middle belters that was slaughtered in their house. You see, this is the problem. It's still the same Biafrans that is fighting for every other person. People don't even know what we're doing. You send pictures, send everything to them. How can you call these farmers and herders clashing? Okay, you see a woman, the child, and the father in a house slaughtered, and you are calling these farmers and where's the farm here? Where's the herders here? And they tell you, well, it's not in our policy to discuss on certain things. This is what CNN does. This is what BBC does. BBC's one is that when you send it, because they have a WhatsApp page, a WhatsApp number, which when you send it, I think it appears on a large screen. Okay, so when we kept sending all those things to them, the thing kept appearing on the screen, and they have to now send a message to me that I should not be, when I want to send this thing, that I should warn them that this thing is so clear, so horrible, that we shouldn't be, it's so graphic, that I shouldn't say. I said, but this is what is going on in Nigeria. How come you guys are not reporting the truth? How come you guys are not saying what is actually happening in Nigeria? So back to this place, to the middle of Nigeria, Benue and the rest of them, or Taraba, wherever they are, that they are killing all these things that they are killing. It is still the same thing. It is still these terrorists. It is still these Fulani people that is murdering people. We know that in Edo, some part of Edo, you have to pay them to go to farm. You have to pay these terrorists to go to farm. That is what Nigeria has turned into. This thing they see doing in the Middle Belt. That is what they are doing over in Edo. That's why we say thank you to our leader. If not for a member of ESN, by now you can't even if you cannot come to your father's land, because they will ask you if you're Muhammad or this thing. This is what they've been planning since. This is what they've wanted to do since. But unfortunately, thank God for God being God and bringing our leader when he brought our leader. If not, By now, no, none of these people that goes around throwing money around in the club, instead of using that money to do good things, to support what we are doing, they will go around throwing money in the clubs. That's what they do, just for them to answer name. So all these things, they know what to do. They know the right thing to do. They know the people that is doing this thing. They know now. They know the people that is doing this thing. After all, Dubai, there was an investigation that was done in Dubai. They called the names of the people that was sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. What is going on with that investigation? All those names, why didn't they pick up those people up? Till today, they've not picked up any of them. So who is kidding? Who is lying to? They know that. That's why I said initially, how can you? Okay, people used to say, how can you leave the ass that fathered now go to the head and knock the head? It doesn't make sense. So this is what they are doing. But you know what? My joy is that one thing. Oyin said this thing, and it's just like joke. He said that they will come down and they will die here. They will die in Biafra land. They will leave their place and terrorists will take over their place. Is it not happening now? It's happening. And they fail to understand that our leader is a chosen one. And if he's a chosen one, they know better because they go to Afar, they go to pastors. All these people you're seeing, they know what is going on. But they will not want to do the right thing because of the blood of innocent that they are shedding to do their sacrifice. They were my brother.
Thank you very much. And of course, if you are joining us right now, it is Biafra Radio. We are live. We are direct. Trust me when I tell you. Today, of course, is the 26th day of December, the year of our Lord. And time standing here at 10:47 p.m. in the evening. Johannesburg is where we at. And of course, if you are listening from Biafra land, the holy land of Biafra, it should be 9:48 p.m. in the evening. And of course, it is late night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. Late night is where we analyze news and information. Of course, while you are away, hustling and doing your work, we are busy gathering the information, and this is the time for us to lay it bare so that you can be the judge. And of course, joining me this evening is Mazi Chie Ezioku, all the way from USA. He is IPOB USA Regional Coordinator, and he's joining me live via phone. I welcome you. If you are here, please share this broadcast across all platforms. We are everywhere. Biafra Radio, we are there. We are also on Twitter, on Biafra Radio on Twitter. Trust me when I tell you that. My name is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. And of course, moving ahead or moving along, Amnesty International criticized the government in the wake of the attacks, saying the Nigerian authorities have been failing to end frequent deadly attacks on rural communities of Plateau State in a post which they posted on X, formerly called Twitter. All right. Now, Bansi, I want you to pay close attention. I'm going to read 3 types of information in one news. When Nigerian government lies and their newspaper lies, they forget the one that I've told before. They will contradict themselves. Now, listen to this. First of all, this is in one newspaper. It says, Northwest and Central Nigeria have been long terrorized by bandits, militias operating from bases deep in forests and raiding villages to loot and kidnap residents for ransom. Now listen to another version. The same paper says again, competition for natural resources between nomadic herders and farmers, intensified by rapid population growth and climate pressure, has also exacerbated social tensions and sparked violence. Now, another story in the same paper. A jihadist conflict has raged in eastern Nigeria since 2009, killing tens of thousands of people and displacing around 2 million as Boko Haram battles for supremacy with rival linked to the Islamic State group. Mazi Ezioku, which one should we choose? Please go ahead, Mazi. Please help me to understand. I am lost. But they're questions like our leader will call them. Go ahead, please.
The nomadic herders and the farmers, did I not tell you that was what CNN and BBC
That's their own
and the rest
version,
of them was
yeah.
heading? That's their own version. But we know the truth. We know the truth. We know it's Fulani terrorists. They are the ones that is causing all these problems. The ones they imported from Niger. The ones they imported from different parts of the. After all, were they not the one that told them to come into Nigeria? That Nigeria belongs to them. Is an open stop for everybody to? It is all over the place. Federal newspaper carried it. State newspaper carried it. So it's not something that is hiding. Everybody knew about it, but what did Nigerians as a whole? What did Nigerians do? These people went to the extent of every immigration office. They went there and they were collect this. See, let me tell you the reason. One of the reasons why they did all this DVN or whatever they call them, or that they are imitating America as social security and the rest of them, is just to legitimize the Fulanis that came from all over African countries to Nigeria to suppress and intimidate and harass the people, the indigenous of Nigeria. That is just it. Just to normalize them, make them as citizens. Because I can categorically tell you that during that time they were collecting, they were in all the, if some of these immigration people can tell you the truth, they were there collecting their numbers. This INN, whatever they call it, numbers. They were collecting it. And because if you collect that thing, you're automatically a Nigerian. And they were asking them questions. Nobody could send them back because the instruction was give these people what they want. So, like we're seeing all these things, we know what is going on. Tinubu knows what is going on. I think Onuoha and Asisi are here now. And I know the reason why I said so. I was talking to one of my friends a few days ago now the States. I was talking to him, and somebody came. I was now complaining that Tinubu is making Yoruba people this, is making Yoruba people that, is making Yoruba people that, is making Yoruba people this. I looked at him. I told him he's stupid. He looked at me, bounced back. He looked at me. I told him you're very stupid. Why are you complaining? When Buhari did it, why didn't you guys complain? You complained a little bit, everybody. They told you guys that it is Buhari's prerogative to do whatever he feels like doing when it comes to his security and when it comes to his cabinet. Everybody shut up. Now, Tinubu is doing it. Leave Tinubu. Even if Tinubu wants to use his son as the vice president, let him use his son as vice president. Let us be suffering it. We say, let us go. You guys say no. Let us be. You guys say no. But it is for us to be sacrificing our lives on the altar of one Nigeria. I say, let us suffer it. Let everybody suffer it. So these people know what is going on. They know the people that is Boko Haram. After all, they are part of the people that are sponsoring it. And we even know that some elements, some foreign elements are backing them up. We all know this. So at the end of the day, that says that he doesn't know what is going on in Nigeria is a politician, is a liar. They are all lying. They know it is for them to do the right thing. I'm telling you, if they start arresting all the people that is involved in Boko Haram today, Boko Haram will cease to happen. Abacha said that any form of insurrection that lasts more than a day, then you know that government's hands are in it. So they know what is going on. It is still the same politicians. How did this Boko Haram issue start in yourself? Is it not because of politics? Is it not because of politics? It is politicians that the guy helped way back there. Leader helped to achieve governorship. At the end of the day, pay me my money. It became a problem. They went and killed the guy. From there, it became a problem. Now they started using the guy to suppress Jonathan. We all know this. At the end, they started using some of them to suppress him when Buhari got into before Buhari got into office. Come on, they know what to do. They know what to do. It is them that is sabotaging themselves. Didn't you US armies they came to Nigeria way back then, and they left. When they did them interview, they said that it was the army that was sabotaging everything that they were doing. So if they want to go to a mission, it will still be the same army that will now go and tell some people in the army will now go and tell these people that they all have information. Then when they go before they get there, they will be ambushed. Then they now have to leave. They now have to leave because they know that you people are the ones sabotaging yourself. Even some army officers are saying that this is their best time, because sometimes they will just go and raid normal place and say they spent social amount of money and they will still give them money again for them to get whatever they need to get. All those things inside their pocket. And some innocent army officers are dying. And most of them that are dying are from our own side, from Biafra land. Because this is, they are packing them over there and bringing their own over here. That is what they are doing. Bringing their own over to the eastern region, to Biafra land. So my brother, they know what they are doing. They know what is going on. They can stop this Boko Haram problem within it if they want to stop it. It's just a matter of arresting those people that is involved. But they will start looking for Mazen and they come to kill and to arrest and to innocent Biafrans that are walking on the street. They will carry them, go through them inside prison, say they are a member of IPOB. So who is lying to my brother?
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi Ezioku. And of course, I want to thank you all who are joining us this evening. Please share this broadcast all around and, of course, invite people to join us. We are almost coming to the end of this program. But, of course, I still have one or two more questions for our guests this evening before we call it a night. It is Biafra Radio. We are live. We are direct. And, of course, it is late night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha here on Biafra Radio, and of course bringing you news, information and analysis. And of course, to help me analyze the same, as I told you earlier on, is our brother Mazi Ichie Ezioku, all the way from the United States. He is IPOB USA Regional Coordinator, and he is the one with me here in the studio. All right, we will take a quick break, and when we come back from the break, we will begin to analyze. Mazi, hang in there, don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Yeah.
Come music prince, I don't come again, you know. I promise not the success. And the microphone. Freedom. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 Tell me what to do, tell me what to do, tell me what you see, tell me what you see, tell me what you know. When we talking about the referendum, oh, you see, I have to go for long. We never become a slave for long. Back in the days, you know what's up. But because of who guru, the focus come on. I remember when my father they tell me about the war. Then spend so much money just to collaborate. Yes, you go. Success in one way, typically go man. You don't tell when we fight for freedom. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 Oh, yeah. You don't tell me to fight for this freedom. To fucking capture my iron, go rescue your children. Even if I can't say one never make we don't mind all this politicians, so don't mind never just come around and promise us heaven and earth. Oh, you no go see anything after the election. No election in Biafra land. Oh, we go sit at home that day, make you no forget. Yeah. It's the princess success you have your Panama. Nande kan chukuga kosiringi. Your friend the motherland, chukuga kosiringi. Oh. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. All we need is the referendum. All we need is the referendum. All we need is the referendum.
All right, welcome back once again. It is still Biafra Radio. We are live, and of course, we are direct. My name is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, of course, coming to you this evening, the 26th day of December, the year of our Lord 2023. Time standing here at 11:04 p.m. as we are, of course, summarizing. And with me tonight, of course, is Mazi Ichezioku, IPOB USA Regional Coordinator. He is joining me via phone all the way from the United States of America. Mazi, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Very much. Well,
all right,
yes.
Mazi, let us do a bit of housekeeping. I want us to bring it home as we are about to, summarize. Mazi, of course, you are not a stranger to this struggle. You have been around and you have seen the way things are going. And I want to go specifically to the issue of finance in IPOB, because we need to talk about these things. We cannot play an ostrich, when things are happening and pretend that they are not happening. Mazi, it turns around, it turns to be, or rather look like, everybody now have turned to be a finance officer. Nobody is interested anymore in the struggle, in the things that our leader has taught us, like evangelism, bringing new members into IPOB, coordinators. Most of them have now become what you call finance officer. Bank accounts are being opened left and right just because our leader has been incarcerated. I want to get your input on this. I mean, the order is clear. Even the code of conduct of IPOB is clear. Even if you don't agree or you don't like it, the bottom line remains that there is a code of conduct that tells us what to do. I mean, I've worked in a corporate company, a corporate world, if I may. There are what we call policies and procedure of a company. And it doesn't matter even if the CEO is there or not, even if the shareholders are there or not, the directors or board of directors are there or not. The bottom line remains there is a policy. And if you contradict or travail that policies and procedure, that is what you call disciplinary hearing. But unfortunately, the same people who are even supposed to take people on a disciplinary hearing when code of conduct is being contravened are the same people that are destroying the code of conduct of IPOB. Today, it's a free for all. Grab as many cash as you will. Even those who are in possession of our money are beginning to seize the same because in their mind, let me get what I can. We're not even sure if this man called Namdekani is coming out again. Maz, I don't know what you make of all this. Please go ahead. I want to get your input on that.
Mazi, the issue of this is very, very appalling and very disgraceful. And you see, if you really know what you're in here to do as an IPOB officer or as an IPOB member, you understand the fact that finance is not your place. And let me say something here. Way back then, when I was a coordinator, I do not meddle around with anything finance. Despite the fact that way back then that some people wanted to rope me in by telling me, oh, okay, let me give you money for you guys to use to do whatever you guys need to do. And I said no. That whatever we need to do will be on record. If it is IPOB's account that we're using, because what we do then is that when we're traveling, we contribute and put into IPOB's account. Then we use the card. We already know how much we've contributed, and we know how much we're going to spend. That will not even affect the IPOB the major money. And if the money remains, it will be part of IPOB's money because you will not go back and take any money from that account. So, and everything that you're doing, you have to use the card for record purposes. So, they did what they wanted to do, but at the end of the day, I laughed, and they brought the case to Oyendo. They called me so many names, brought the case to Oyendo, and Oyendo asked the question. He now said to me, in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, we went there. A lot of people were there. Now said to me, Mazi, why is it that you don't want to have anything to do with the account? I said, do you think, he now said, do you think let me ask you a question, just like this. Let me ask you a question. If our money is missing, who am I going to call? Or who am I going to hold responsible? I said, you're going to hold your secretary responsible, not me. He said, no, I'll hold you responsible. Because you have to oversee the account, not that you're going to be managing the fund. You have to just see what is going on, but the fund, you are not managing because the secretary and Madam Nenaya are the ones that are going to be managing the fund. Because I learned our lesson during Irwanya and Irwanya and Ikechukwu and some other guys in 2015 when Oyendo wasn't around too, when they seized Oyendo, and they were collecting money and they were eating. They were collecting money and they were eating. They seized the money. All for Obi to call me. Let me, because I have to explain this thing.
Yes,
very
go
well.
ahead, Mazi. Go ahead.
Obi called me and said to me, Maz, do you know where your money is going to? Because of course that is going to Madam Naya's hand. Obi said, no, it is not. I said, are you sure? He said, it's not. I said, okay. He said, if you want me to give you Madam Naya's number, I will give you Madam Naya's number. This is way back 2015, 16. Okay. So he gave me Madam Naya's number. I called up Madam Naya. Even as I was doing that investigation, at that time, they were calling me names. They were calling me Sabotua. They were calling me this. Madam Erwa then was the coordinator. She was ganging up. She was calling me names. I said, I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. So I called up Madam Naya. I said, Madam Naya. He said, what? I said, yes, she answered me. I said, I explained myself. After explaining myself, I said, I want to ask 2 questions. She said, what's the question? I said, first of all, is there any money that is coming to you from still the same time we had zones then. So is there any money that is coming from our zone to you? She said, no, that the only place that she's getting money from is from Obi Obienu. I said, are you sure? She said, yes. And I said, okay, fine. The second question, is there any account in the United States that Onyendu approved for us to be putting our money? Madam Nene said, no. I said, okay, no problem. Thank you, Madam, that you've answered my question. And we now went to the meeting. So as we got to the meeting, the person that was the secretary then was Obunaya Ono. So, and every time when we ask Obunaya of the receipts of the payment, Obunaya will tell you story upon story. So when that thing now happened, we were in the meeting, and I said, Obunaya, I raised my hand. Sometimes they want to shut me down because of the way I ask my questions. It's never palatable. People don't like the way I ask questions and the way I go about my things. I don't send them because I have to just speak the truth to the way it is. If you like it, if you don't like it, too bad. But I have to tell you the way it is. So at the end of the day, then I said, well, allow him to talk, because I was saying that I must speak. I must speak. Because they already know through one of our member that was confiding in, that one was telling them what was going on, and they were washing that guy's brain. But I was telling the guy that it's not possible. This thing they are telling you they are using this money for, or they are going to use this money for, is not truth. Because these people are just seizing our money for no good reason. So at the end of the day, after getting the information from our Anya, we had a meeting. So as we were having that meeting, I told them I was going to talk. Then I said, okay, that I should speak. And I said, Ubunaya, please, where did you say you are sending our money? And that she's sending the money to Modananya. I said, please, Ubunaya, where is the receipts? Then I shouted, every time you return. No, Ubunaya, where is the receipt? Because you told us that you're going to bring the receipt today. So why is the receipt not here? Then we were doing Skype. It was Skype that we were doing Skype meeting. Where is the receipt? When I said, that is in the car, that he's going to go and bring it. And I said, don't mind him. And I told, because then, as at then, it was Massachusetts that was raising the money. It was them that was raising the money. So what Iruanya and Co were doing was they were just answering name of, they don't even pay their monthly dues. So they were using us to shine, if I may say so. So at the end of the day, I now said to them that this guy is not, I now said, look, listen, that this guy is not giving Madanaya any money, because I called Madanaya, and Madanaya said he's only obedient them. Madan Rwana said, he said waiting. That you know, sometimes I like that woman, but so the woman is they not kids. Yes, Ogbonnaya. You know, I have to explain this thing the way people will understand. You know, it makes things more interesting. Oh, sure, Ogbonnaya, where our money? Oh, when I know bring, so I know they give Madanaya our money. Ogbonnaya, when I go bring that money, oh, you're right. She now started pouring insults on Iran. And I say, criminal like you don't pay monthly dues. Me, after saying that, I just kept quiet, because when I said I talked to Madam Anya, then one woman they call Ignis, Madam Ignis or something like that, Josephine Ignis, now shouted, how did I call Madam Anya? Who gave me Madam Anya's number? Who gave me Madam Anya's number? Who are you to call Madam Anya? I said, I just told her to shut up. What are you talking about? Do you know who you're talking to? I was here before you. What do you mean, who gave me Madam Anya's number? We are in this thing together. And the truth must be spoken in this place. So don't come here and try to jump around and stop what I'm trying to say. That was when Madam I was now took over. So me and I backed out, Madam I faced them. So it is not today that this money issue started. I remember when I was called by Chike Dozim, I was told for me to get into the account, US account. I told Chike Dozim, pump and plane, that I'm not going to do that. That is not what I was called here to do. That we have so much problems, that our house is in disarray. How can we be talking about account when our house is in disarray? He said that the best thing to do is to allow the regional coordinators to do what they need to do by facing the house, to make sure that we fix the house. That if we fix the house, then you should allow the people that is in the account handle the account. He tried forcing me, tried telling me this, tried telling me that, and that I know if I was a coordinator, that I know I was supposed to be looking to. I said, yes, that's if I'm a coordinator. But right now, I'm not a coordinator. And it's not a regional account. I would have said, yes, I will be overseeing it, but I won't have anything to do with it. But this is a national account. And if, don't you know that you people are the national people that is there now, because there is no continental rep, there is no coordinator of all coordinators that coordinates every coordinator. Basically, there is nobody. You people are, these four of you now are the head. Funny enough, two people, Mazi Ememado, Babachi Joki, they were all in it. They were listening, they weren't following the ethics of IPOB. Because, you know, some of these people that just came into IPOB, they feel, and the one way or the other, they got one position of leadership, and they feel they can just, you know, there's some certain things you say no to. It's just like me. But Mazi Ndidi Aworum stood his ground. I stood my ground. I told them, pump and plane, I'm not going to do it. There is no way on this earth you will force me to get into that account. Because we know people that is supposed to be in that account. Then that one passed. Another day, I seen, they went and called Madam Tina, Dr. Tina. You see, most of our people don't know what is going on. They don't really know what is going on, and it's not a day's, and it's not something they can analyze for one day. They went behind and got Tina. And when they got Tina, they praised Tina, they said this, they said that to Tina, and Tina became one of their victims. So another day, they called for a meeting. When they called for meeting, Madanaya was in that meeting. Chike Dozin was there. Chinasa was there. Ofoma was there. What was this guy, the second in command to Chike Dozin? What's his name? Anyway, his second in command was there. Zurumike was there. All of them, the 5 or the 6, the 6 radical about their medicine now cause problem for the IPOB right now. They were all there. And I was there. Madanaya was there. Chinwe was there. Madu was there. Baba Chijoke was there. Ndidawurun was there. So they started. When we started the meeting, and that they think that they need somebody to get into their account, and that they want Chinwe to be relieved of her duty because she has a lot of baggage. That's Chike Dozin speaking now, that they have a lot of, that Chinwe has a lot of baggage, and that she wants Chinwe to be relieved of her duty. And later that Chinwe has tried, and that they want us to move forward with someone else. But you see, sometimes when these people are talking, when you listen to them very, very well, you know where they are coming from. So after Baba Chijoke talked, Madu talked, said that I'm going to be opposition to whatever they are talking about regarding this account, blah, 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 that I've said I'm not going to be an account, that is insubordination, blah, 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 blah. Now after talking. And Chike Dozie now asked me, what do I have to say? I told him, look, I know you will not like what I have to say, but anyway, I will say it. You like it or you don't like it, I will still tell you the way it is. I told him, Chike Dozie, that you should leave finance alone. That Onyendu has told you people to leave finance. Why is it that you people want to come to US again and cause problem in US? That once somebody else or bring somebody else and put into this finance here, that it will be another problem entirely. That will be another problem entirely. But let me say something here now. That what you guys are about to do now is you're about to scatter US again. Don't say I didn't warn you. Because I have told you that you're going to scatter US again. Madanaya was there. This was what I told them. Tell Chike Doziem what now happened. They now said Chike Doziem said he has spoken that Madanaya should talk. Madanaya said similar thing to what I've said, that they should leave the people that is in their account, because we have 2 women in the account, and which is Chinwe and Sister Angela. And Madanaya was overseeing that account. So Madanaya could prove that account. Madanaya could see the account. So that now, they said that when they needed for us to let us grab some people and talk to them, that we should go and bring the names of the people we want. It's for you to see how corny these people are. That we should go and bring the name of some people, the people we want, and let the 2 other regional coordinators bring the name of the people they want. So I told Ndidi that I wasn't going to do it. But Ndidi persuaded persuaded me, told me there's nothing in it. Just send the names in. Send Chinwe's name and Sister Angela's names in. Let us just send it in the way we know we wanted it. Me and they did not send names. The same people that was in the account. All for some people now call nonsense now. All of now call you nonsense now. What if for now call nonsense? I'm one like the fact but anyway, that's the story for another day. So we now sent those information to them. To Chike Doziem, I still have everything. I still have everything. Now send that information to Chike Doziem. So Mado and Baba Chijoke sent their own list, the list of the people they wanted, Chike Doziem wanted to Chike Doziem. So next thing we heard was that Chike Doziem now said that Chinwe will be relieved of our duty, that Dr. Tina that will be the new secretary. Me, I laughed. So when Dr. Tina now came to me, I have to explain this thing in detail for people to know what is going on, because it's been a long.
Mazda, is still there? All right, I think Mazi is reconnecting, and of course he will join us back again. Could be network connection errors, and of course I hope he will join us back again. All right, it is Biafra Radio, and of course with me this evening is Mazi Ezioku. He is IPOB USA regional coordinator, and of course it is good that he is telling us what is happening and what is taking, place. I mean, this is Biafra Radio, and we preach the truth here, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And this is why people will not join, because they don't like where the truth is being preached. But unfortunately so, we must continue, and we must continue speaking the truth, the way it is. All right, let me see if I can reconnect our brother once again. I am not sure what happened, but I will try to see if to bring him back once again. Very, very important, so that he can finish up what he is telling us at this moment. All right, we must continue. Let me try again to bring him back. It is still Biafra Radio. There we go. And of course, he is going to join us back. There we go. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sorry.
Sorry about that. Please go ahead.
So they brought in the names of the people they wanted. So they used Tina, Dr. Tina. So when Dr. Tina came in, and Mazi Chike Doziem has already accepted Dr. Tina as the new secretary. The first thing Dr. Tina did was to after a few days, Dr. Tina called me and said to me that she wanted the names of all the secretaries that was under me. And I told Dr. Tina, didn't I tell you people that I have nothing to do with finance? And I won't have anything to do with finance. Why are you coming to me to come and ask me for the names of the secretaries? She now said, oh, no, that she was not there. She didn't hear from me. She didn't hear me say such a thing. And I remember, yes, that she wasn't there. And I apologized to her. I told her that I was sorry. That I understand the fact that she wasn't there, that I was sorry. But I think that this thing that she should have done, what she should have done was to call Madam Nenaya and get all this information from Madam Nenaya. That you see me, anything finance, that my hands are not in it. And by the way, that Onyendo has told Chike Doziem to get his hands off finance. What is Chike Doziem still doing in finance? Anyway, that I should call Madanaya and get the information she requires from Madanaya. My brother, do you know that after she called me, next thing I started hearing from my, I started getting information from my own financial secretaries. They now started calling me, asking me that Dr. Tina came to them and told them not to pay into the national account, which Oyindu has directed everybody to pay into. That was what they now started telling me. So we now have to organize, we now have to call meeting. And when we called that meeting, Madi was now telling me that we should implement what Chike Doziem has said. Are we going to implement what Chike Doziem has said, or are we going to implement what Oyendu has said? You see, some of these people now call nonsense that they stand with DOS. I'm not saying we have a structure. And Onyendu is the head of the structure. Whatever Onyendu says goes.
Absolutely.
Every one of us, I told them this. Every one of us are in this. Every one of us are dispensable. The only person that is indispensable in this struggle is Onyendu. Onyendu bụ isi afọ wee kwaba ugwu. Biafrans can make do without you anytime, any day. But if our leader, we cannot make do without him.
Absolutely.
I told them, look, listen, there's a problem coming. And Chike Doziem is the head of that problem. Not even before I started getting the info, before I did my own investigation to know fully well that Chike Doziem was not listening to him anymore. And that is a story for another day. And I now told them this thing that happened in 2015 is here again. The worst thing is that when you're having meeting with your fellow regional coordinators and they are lying, that thing pisses me off. And a grown man will say something now, the next minute will do another thing. If I were to now, or go. And I told them, look, I cannot deal with this. That the best thing for us to do is to start recording every conversation and meeting that we do. Because I can see that you people are lying all the time. I am sorry to say this, but I will indict somebody, which is this man, this radio presenter, this elderly man, not Ike Peters, but Mazi Alozie.
Yes.
Mazi Alozie is part and parcel of the problem that we're facing. I am so disappointed in that man. Very disappointed. An elderly man that doesn't know that he's an elderly man. Very, very disappointed in that man. But it's a story for another day. Because our people do not even know half of the thing that is going on. If they know what is going on with this leadership, they will spit in their eyes. But let Onyendu, when Onyendu comes out, because this thing happened in 2000, a lot of people were saying, oh, why don't they remove them? Why don't they sack them? Why don't they do this? I laughed. It's only left for Onyendu. 2015, they did what they did. It was Onyendu that did whatever he needed to do when he came out. Why Chike Doziem became the leader of DOS today is because the rest of them did not show up, apart from Omiomio that showed up in the meeting that they did. Omiomio, Madananya, Kanonta, and Uchemefo, and Obid, I think so. I think no, just 4 of them that showed up in that meeting. That was why, when they now told Omiomio to sack these guys that was doing the wrong thing, that was insubordinating our leader, and Omiomio couldn't do it because Omiomio was compromised too. That was how Onyendu gave instruction for Uche to fire them. Uche fired them, and that was when Onyendu made Chike Doziem the leader of the US. And this Chike Doziem was instrumental to opening an account that same time they did this thing when Onyendu was not around. I've been here for a very long time. So people don't know what is going on. So that same thing that played around in 2015 with our finances, and then they wanted to screw our finances over. But unfortunately for them, our deputy then stood with Madam Naya, so they couldn't mess around with the finance. And there was no much money coming in, and there was the place that the major money was coming in from. Uchemefo had them on hook, line, and sinker, and that was the US. So they couldn't do anything. So why I'm giving you all these narratives now is for you to understand where our problem is coming from. Chike Doziem and China Sanwo-Olu are bloody liars. Why I am saying so is this. They keep saying that Madam Naya was not giving them money that they requested for. How did the problem start? That's what you ask yourself. How did the problem start? They requested for money. They told them to go through the normal process. By the time the money they requested was 14 million. But by the time they went through the normal process, the money dropped almost half. This is the reason why they got offended. That is the reason why they got upset. They fail to understand that it's people, their hard-earned money that they are contributing. That is what is keeping us afloat. But what they wanted to do was to collect the money and do whatever they like to. They are not answerable to anybody. They don't want to be answerable to anybody. And that is no-go zone. A lot of approval has to go through the normal process. If those approvals do not go through the normal process, then we don't know what we're doing. Or when they not for my finance, it's none of my business. Why I got to know all these things is just because of things that was happening. It was happening rapidly. And we got, okay, let me say something here again, what I remembered. There was a meeting we held. In that meeting, I think it was April 10th, 2023, early this year. In that meeting, Chike Doziem said, and I quote, and we're going to do a fundraising. And that fundraising is going to be in the US. But I'm telling you now, because of tomorrow, I know that some of you will not agree to what I'm about to say. That we should tell Madam Chinyere, then license was still operational rather. So that we should tell Madam Chinyere, if she doesn't comply with what they are saying, that that the money that they will raise from the fundraising will not go into the US account. Mind you, this is same US account Onyendu said that they should be paying this money into anything regarding ESN. And they said they will. Chike doesn't said that he's not going to pay that money into that account. But where I did not respond, the reason why I did not respond that day was that he said, because he said, "Nah, man, as some people, I know he was referring to me. I didn't care. We'll have problem with it, but that he's telling us today that he's going to pay it into Germany account." It did not occur to me that they already started using Collins. Why they wanted to pay to Germany account? You see the connection here. Why they wanted to pay that money into Germany account was because they were using Collins and they thought Collins was going to take over that account. So when he said it, I said, "Oh, okay, I don't have any problem with that. If you guys are paying into Germany account, which then I will see the money. Oh, I don't have any problem with that. But telling me that you're not going to pay into the account, then I have problem with it." He said, "No, that they are going to pay it into Germany's account," not knowing that this is the formula that they were trying to use. Because they've tried me being in the account, being in the account, and they failed. And Madu cannot get into the account because Chinwe, Madam Anya, and sister will not allow them to be in the account. Baba Chijoke, the same thing, you will not be able to get into the account because they will not be allowed to get into the account. So they failed on that part. So what they were now planning was that they've already tinkered, and what they wanted to do was to use that particular fundraising and push the money to what they said that they will put the money into Germany account. My brother, did you know that money till today did not get into Germany account? They left that money in US. What they did with that money till today, I do not know. People should ask Chike those what that money, where did that money go into? Because that money did not go into Germany account. I will even like you to call Madanaya. Let Madanaya come and you ask Madanaya this question. That fundraising that was done in US by Chike Doziem and his members. Because then Chike Doziem now divided IPOB into two US. The people that was listening to him and people that wasn't listening to him. If you don't want to listen to him, they will tell you they will fire you. I mean, I know send message. And I know it's unfortunate that some people, I don't know why they like this power too much. I don't know. I'm not gaining anything from it. Rather, I'm the one that is even putting my own sweat into it. More than I should even put. But I know the reason why I'm doing it. So, at the end of the day, that money was not sent into Germany account. Neither was it sent into the ESN account that Onyendu created in US. So our people should ask them the question, where is the money? Remember, they said they were the one paying, they were paying the lawyers. At the end of the day, they said it's pro bono. And I started laughing. We paid money to the lawyers. Even as at the time we were having meeting and Chike Doziem and China Sanworu was saying that Madam Nenaya wasn't giving them money. Even as at that day that they were saying that thing, in that meeting, they were requesting for money. Because I was shown that the information. They were requesting for money that same day that they were in the meeting and keep saying that they were not collecting funds. And I was asking Madam Aya the reason why they did not expose these people in the meeting. But it's not, finance matter. It's not everything that, that woman is too, I don't know. That woman is too refined for me. You know, she's too. Once Onyendu does not give that instruction of what to do, she doesn't do it unless if Onyendu gives that instruction. And anything she wants to do, she gets to Onyendu first. And that is the reason why these people are getting all mad and all crazy about. So, my brother, the finance issue is a very, very, very tragic event for IPOB. And I noticed that what they wanted to do was to make sure that they stifle Oyendo fund. That was what they wanted to do. If you go and listen to this caterpillar, this person that has caterpillar teeth, that called himself Methuselah, if you go and listen to him, you will hear him say that when Oyendo comes out, the Oyendo will come and bargain with them. Who are you to open your dirty mouth to say when Oyendo comes out, you will come and bargain with three people? Including that if they don't bargain with the US, that we will not do this, we will not do that. Really? Oyendo pota, they are bargaining now with you. With you, get one. See what thing happen. The same thing, you will know this is their line of approach to, or whatever their media line up of words that they were supposed to put out there, because they said that anything that they are doing, that they have meeting with Oforma and the rest of them, because they tell them what to do. Even the one that called himself Ikenga, the same thing. He said the same thing. Most of them were saying the same thing. Even the one that called her Omote or whatever she called us, I thought that one is sensible. She was doing the same line. How can you say if your own leader comes out, you will come and be rubbing shoulder with you? Kamalo, we have to tell you where we stand. It's not that one man show anymore. Who told you that? You're inconsequential at this struggle. None of you, including me, we don't matter at this struggle. What we are there to do is to raise Oyendo's hand up. The way the children of Israel raised, was it Moses or Moses' hands up when they were fighting? When his hand comes down, their enemy will start winning. When his hand goes up, when his hand is paining him, they will come and hold him. That's the only thing we are here for. We're saying if Onyendu comes out, he will come and bargain with us. This is the same thing they did in 2015. The same playbook. Same thing they did in 2015. The same playbook. So what they are doing about our finance, it is terrible. It is, and now what they are doing is, let me eat my own, like you rightly said. That I don't know, this man is not coming out again. Let me collect my own money too. But unfortunately, they are in for it. You know, only Nizushi. One day, Bakana Malia. Or what is it? So, Mazi, I will leave this case
Thank
here
you very
today.
much, Mazi. They will. Thank you very much, Maz. I think I needed, you to, of course, give us a background of this whole thing because I remember, even when you wanted to speak to me about this issue, you've been burning to speak about it, and of course, I believe the right time is now. Nothing is new and nothing is hidden under the sun. I went through the same thing, of course, when I was blackmailed into, to stop by hosting Wadan Nayanya. And of course, I told them I am my own man boss. Nobody tells me what to do except Maze Nambekano. But if you are in leadership and you are in the right direction, you are following what we all subscribe to, I wouldn't mind. I will listen to you. But once you are deviating from the essence of, what's joining us together, which is the code of conduct. You cannot run an organization like IPOB without a written law. It's not possible because you're dealing with human, you're dealing with men here. But people tend to ignore our, code of conduct, and then you expect me to listen to you. It's not gonna happen. Maybe you can do that to some illiterates, people who did not even go to school, but not an educated man like me and the rest of IPOBians who are also educated. You cannot just, control them like they are nobody or they don't understand how it is done. Remember, before now, we already, or rather, all of us has been sanitized by Onyendu. He have told us what to do and what not to do. And just because he is not around and somebody wants to truncate everything and change everything that we, believe in, I don't think it's possible. Mazi, thank you so much for coming through this evening. And of course, this is not the last time. I hope also to host you sometime in the future. Thank you, Mazi. What is your parting shot before I let you go? Your parting shot to Biafrans. Please go ahead.
My brother. It's been a pleasure to be here on this hallowed platform, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. If any of them, let them come and tell me. Let them come and tell me. And obviously, I won't wine now. I won't wine now. But I greet every Biafrans that is listening to my voice today, under the influence of Biafra Radio. May God continue to bless you all. And remember, it is only Onyendu that we know, nobody else. If Onyendu is giving instruction and it's not being obeyed, and today you come and think, well, I'm going to obey you, that won't work.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
It's not possible. It's not possible. So if Onyendu is giving instruction and you are obeying that instruction, I told him anyway, if Onyendu is giving instruction and you're obeying Onyendu's instruction, then you have me to your beck and call. Anything you tell me, I will do. But when Onyendu is giving you instruction and you're not obeying Onyendu and you want me to obey you, it's not possible. It's not going to work. They won't. I greet every one of you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, there you have it. And of course, that was the voice of our own Mazi Ichie Ezioku, IPOB Regional Coordinator in the USA, of course, laying it at bay. Because we tell you that Biafra Radio is where we speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. When we tell you something on this platform, trust me, take it to the bank, it will not bounce. And let me tell you one thing is very simple. IPOB code of conduct is the way to go. And if you say you're a leader in this struggle of IPOB and you don't obey the code of conduct, trust me, we will not obey you either. It's impossible. If you are a leader in IPOB, we expect you to uphold our code of conduct, to uphold our rules and regulations, to uphold that which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have instituted. But if you are deviating from what our leader has instituted and you expect us to obey you, I don't think so. You can deceive others, but not some of us who have been with Onyedumazi Nnamdi Kanu for a while now and knows exactly what he expects from us. And of course, all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's command, all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's instruction, all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's directive must be obeyed to the latter, whether you like it or not. You cannot change it, you cannot remove it without his, consent. And of course, this is where we stand. And of course, on Biafra we stand. On Biafra Radio we stand. And on Code of Conduct we stand. And we must continue. All right. Thank you once again, Mazi Ezioku, for coming through this evening. And of course, this is where we will leave it this evening. And I thank you, Biafrans, of course, for joining us this evening. And of course, we have done the needful. We will continue to preach the truth, the whole truth on this platform, Biafra Radio. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless IPOB worldwide. And may God bless those who are resolute, who are obedient to the code of conduct, founded by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And God is going to see our leader through. He will come out, and of course, to the shame of those who are destroying what they did not build. From me, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha, it is goodbye, and I will see you soon. Remember blessed.
The blessings of the Lord they follow us. Anywhere we gonna sow the blessings of the Lord they follow us. Who no go no, who never hear go here. Say that problem come. We are the best. We are the best now. We are top of the world. We have come to our freedom time. Every day keep on praying to God. It's our freedom time. Now so we keep on moving forward. But yeah, I feel it's in your mind. I feel it's in your mind. Different people in your mind. Different people in your mind. Yeah, let that make it dance. Let that make it dance. Let that make it step on it down. It's our freedom time. They're from the promised land. 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 Yeah. When I look up to the sky, I can see the sun is shining. It's shining all over Biafra. We are the best. I give thanks to God for the blessings on my soul. Oh yeah. Oh na. Come to our freedom time. Freedom time. Every day keep on praying to God. Praying to God. It's our freedom time. It's our freedom. So we keep on moving forward. Keep on going. I feel it's in your mind. I feel it's in your mind. Different people in your mind. Different people in your mind. Let that make it dance. Let that make it dance. Let that make it stop. It's our freedom time. The call is a freedom song. Yeah. Let me put this one. Okay, are you ready to dance? Let's go like this. Oh yeah, now. front, to the back, to